In today's video in the Money Mastery site, I'm going to give you 3 key points to consider while analyzing a stock market. Number one thing that you have to consider is choosing a company. And choosing a company goes all the way to analyzing the history of that company. That is one. Two, you have to check the management of the company. That is two. Three, you have also to consider what are the visions, what are the laid down plans and the projections that the company has laid down. We have around four main sectors of companies that are listed in the Nairobi Securities Exchange. And in mentioning of them, we have the banking sector, whereby banks have been listed under that sector, a number of banks. That is, you can go through the bank's portfolio and see how the banks have been performing, individual banks. From there, we have the consumer sector, whereby you have companies listed there, companies like Sasini, companies like EABL, companies like BAT. You can venture into that sector if you are interested in investing in that sector and see how each individual company has been performing. We have the number three sector, which is the telco sector, whereby the most famous Safaricom is listed there also. And then we have the automobile sector. The automobile sector in the Nairobi Securities Exchange, fortunately, actually it has only one company, if I'm not wrong, it's the Car General that is listed under that sector. So in choosing a company, you have to consider the sector, which sector are you interested in, or the sectors that you are interested in, and then be able to narrow down to which company. And then from there, you can see now the nitty gritty that you have to check for you to be able to know that if I am investing my money in this company, how long is it going to take for me to start having profits? How long is it going to take me to have to get my short-term returns like the dividends? How often do they pay their dividends? Do they pay annually? Do they pay semi-annually? Things like those and other stuff that you have to check, the underlying stuff of the company. That is number one thing you have to consider while analyzing a stock market. Number two thing you have to consider is choosing a licensed broker, because the broker is the one who's going to act as a conduit between you and the company. And choosing a licensed broker narrows down to the interest rates that the broker has laid down in order to conduct the services that the broker will be conducting between you and the company. That narrows down to you buying the shares, you selling those shares. You also have to look at what are the interest rates that the broker is bringing on the table. For me, I can say between a range of between 1.9 to 2.5% is fair. That's what I can say. It's a fair amount for a broker to offer between that bracket. But you can also narrow down and see what are the terms the broker is laying, and you can see also the history of the broker. For how long has the broker been in the market? That's the number two most important thing you have to consider while analyzing a stock market. The number three most important thing you have to consider while analyzing a stock market is keeping your tabs open, because in this you are able to deduce whether the shares that you bought from the share price that it was when you bought those shares, are they appreciating or are they depreciating? And if they are appreciating, it is because of what factors? What factors has the company laid down that it is making your share price, your shares to appreciate? And if your shares are depreciating, you should be able to know, because you are tracking, you have the record. You can be able to know what has the company done or what has been done in the market that is making your shares to depreciate in value and to go down. So those are the three main things you have to consider while analyzing stock market. So for this one, you have to really highlight, because it is a perfect thing to consider for you to build a very great wealth platform. So hang tight.